What if the reason your life feels stuck is not because you lack talent, intelligence, or ambition? What if the real problem is that your best hours are being stolen before your day even begins? Most people wake up and immediately surrender their attention. They check messages, scroll notifications, react to other people's demands, and let the world decide their mood before they have even taken a breath. Then they wonder why they feel scattered, tired, behind, and creatively dry. Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club is built around one bold idea. Own your morning, and you can change the direction of your life. Not because 5 a.m. is magical by itself, but because the early morning gives you something rare in a noisy world. Silence, focus, and a clean space to work on yourself before the world starts pulling you apart. This is not just a productivity book. It is a personal transformation book wrapped inside a fable about broken people learning how to rebuild their lives from the inside out. And honestly, that is why the message hits harder, because the book is not really saying, wake up early so you can do more. It is saying, wake up early so you can become more. The story: a billionaire, an artist, and an entrepreneur at the edge of change. The book begins with three unusual characters. There is a struggling entrepreneur who is burned out, overwhelmed, and close to giving up on everything she has built. There is a painter who feels lost, creatively blocked, and unsure how to access his best work again. And then there is Mr. Riley, an eccentric billionaire who does not look like a billionaire at first, but carries the wisdom of someone who has mastered both success and inner peace. They meet at a personal development conference led by a famous guru known as the Spellbinder. After a dramatic moment at the event, Mr. Riley invites the entrepreneur and the artist to meet him at 5 a.m. the next morning. That invitation becomes the doorway into the central lesson of the book. Mr. Riley takes them on a journey around the world and slowly teaches them the habits, mindsets, and routines of world-class performers. The main lesson is simple but powerful. The way you begin your day shapes the way you live your life. If your morning begins with chaos, your day usually follows. If your morning begins with intention, discipline, movement, reflection, and growth, you give yourself a much better chance to operate at your highest level. The early morning becomes a private training ground. No noise, no emails, no demands, no audience, just you, your mind, your body, your goals, and the person you are trying to become. The central idea, the victory hour, the core practice in the 5 a.m. Club is what Sharma calls the victory hour. The first hour after waking up at 5 a.m. This hour is not for random busyness. It is not for doom scrolling, checking emails, or forcing yourself into work while half asleep. It is a carefully designed hour for personal mastery. The idea is that if you spend the first hour of your day strengthening yourself, your entire day improves. Your focus gets sharper. Your emotional state becomes steadier. Your body wakes up with energy. Your mind becomes clearer. Your goals feel more real. Most people wait until life gives them leftover time to improve themselves. The 5 a.m. Club flips that completely. It says, do your most important self-building work first. Before the meetings, before the notifications, before the family demands, before the world starts asking for pieces of you. That is the promise of the 5 a.m. Club. Protect your first hour, and that hour will protect the rest of your day. The main tension: distraction versus mastery. One of the strongest messages in the book is that modern life is designed to fracture your attention. You may have dreams, goals, and ideas, but if your attention is constantly being hijacked, those dreams never get enough uninterrupted energy to become real. Sharma makes a sharp contrast between two kinds of people: the distracted majority. These are people who wake up reactively. They grab the phone. They check messages. They let social media set their mood. They consume before they create. They confuse movement with progress. Their days are busy but not necessarily meaningful. They are not lazy in the obvious sense. They may work hard, but their focus is constantly leaking. The history makers. These are the people Sharma calls the top performers, creators, leaders, artists, builders, and change makers. They are not necessarily born more gifted. They simply protect their attention more fiercely. They use the quiet hours to think, train, create, study, and prepare. They understand that greatness is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built in small, private choices repeated day after day. That is one of the book's most important reminders. Your future is being built in the hours nobody sees. The early morning matters because it gives you a rare chance to practice being the person you say you want to become. The 5 ground rules of the 5 a.m. Club. Mr. Riley teaches that joining the 5 a.m. Club is not just about setting an alarm. It is about adopting a new standard for how you live. Here are the 5 ground rules, rewritten in a practical way. 1. Distraction destroys creation. If you want to produce meaningful work, you need distraction-free time. You cannot build a great business, write a book, master a skill, or reinvent your life while constantly checking notifications. Your creativity needs space. Your focus needs silence. Your best ideas often arrive when the world is quiet enough for you to hear them. The 5 a.m. hour works because almost nobody is asking anything from you yet. That makes it one of the most valuable creative windows of the day. 2. Excuses are seductive. The book is very direct about excuses. Everyone has reasons to stay the same. I'm too tired. I'm not a morning person. I'll start next week. My life is too busy. And some of these reasons may feel completely valid, but Sharma's point is that excuses often sound reasonable while quietly stealing your future. The people who grow are not the people with perfect conditions. They are the people who begin anyway. 3. Change is messy before it becomes beautiful. The book reminds us that all change goes through stages. At first it feels hard, then it feels awkward, then it starts to become part of you. This is important because many people quit during the messy middle. They think discomfort means they are failing, when actually discomfort often means the old pattern is being replaced. Waking up early may feel terrible at first. Training your focus may feel uncomfortable. Building discipline may feel unnatural. But that does not mean the system is broken. It means you are in the construction phase. 4. To get rare results, you must do rare things. Most people want unusual results while keeping ordinary routines. They want more energy, more money, more creativity, more peace, more freedom, but they still live exactly like the people getting average outcomes. The 5 a.m. Club challenges that. If you want a different life, your daily behavior has to become different too. That may make you seem strange for a while. Waking up early, going to bed earlier, protecting your focus, reading while others scroll, exercising while others sleep. These things may not look exciting. But quiet discipline often produces loud results. 5. When you feel like quitting, keep going. The book emphasizes relentlessness, not in a harsh, robotic way, but in the sense of honoring your commitment when motivation disappears. Because motivation is unreliable. Some mornings you will feel inspired. Some mornings you will feel like a sleepy potato with responsibilities. The practice still counts. Especially then. The real transformation happens when the routine becomes bigger than your mood. The 4 focuses of history makers. Sharma says world-class performers focus on 4 major things. These are not complicated, but they are powerful when practiced consistently. 1. Capitalization IQ. This means making the most of the potential you already have. The book argues that success is not mainly about raw talent. It is about how much of your talent you actually use. Many people are gifted but inconsistent. Many people are intelligent but distracted. Many people have ideas but never execute. Capitalization IQ is about turning potential into results through discipline, repetition, and focus. In simple terms, do not obsess over whether you are talented enough. Ask whether you are using what you already have well enough. 2. Freedom from distraction. High performers are ruthless about protecting attention. They know that every distraction has a cost. Every interruption breaks momentum. Every unnecessary notification trains the brain to become weaker, more reactive, and less patient. This does not mean you need to disappear into a cave and become a mysterious productivity monk. It means you need boundaries. Turn off notifications during deep work. Keep your phone away during the victory hour. Stop starting the day inside other people's priorities. Focus is not just a productivity skill. It is a life skill. 3. personal mastery practice. The book argues that your outer results reflect your inner condition. If your mind is chaotic, your work becomes chaotic. If your body is neglected, your energy suffers. If your emotions are unmanaged, your decisions become unstable. So the 5 a.m. club is really a daily practice of self-mastery. You train before the battle of the day begins. You move your body. You calm your mind. You review your goals. You feed your thinking. You prepare yourself privately so you can perform better publicly. 4. Day stacking. This is one of the most practical ideas in the book. Your life is not changed by one perfect day. It is changed by many solid days stacked together. A good morning becomes a good day. A good day becomes a good week. A good week becomes a better identity. A better identity becomes a different future. Most people overestimate what they can change in one weekend and underestimate what they can become through 1 year of consistent mornings. The message is simple. Build the day, and the life will follow. The 4 internal empires. One of the best parts of the book is that it does not reduce success to mindset alone. Sharma says we have 4 internal empires that need attention. 1. Mindset. This is your psychology, your beliefs, thoughts, and mental patterns. Mindset matters because your thoughts influence your actions. If you constantly tell yourself you are behind, incapable, unlucky, or not ready, you will behave from that identity. But mindset is only one part of the equation. Positive thinking alone is not enough. You also need emotional strength, physical energy, and deeper purpose. 2. Heart set. Heart set is your emotional life. You can have great ideas and still sabotage yourself if your emotions are unmanaged. Old pain, resentment, fear, insecurity, and stress can quietly shape your choices. You may procrastinate not because you are lazy, but because you are emotionally overloaded. This is why reflection, journaling, meditation, and solitude matter. They help you process what you are carrying instead of dragging it into every decision. 3. Health set. Health set is your physical vitality. The book is clear. Energy is not a bonus. It is the foundation. If your body is exhausted, your ambition becomes harder to sustain. If your sleep is broken, your focus suffers. If you never move, your mood and creativity decline. The 5 a.m. club begins with movement because your body affects your mind. A stronger body creates a stronger day. 4. Soul set. Soul set is your connection to meaning, values, gratitude, and inner peace. This part is about remembering that success without depth can become empty. You can achieve more and still feel lost if you never ask what truly matters. Soul set invites you to slow down, reflect, and reconnect with the bigger picture. Who are you becoming? What kind of life are you building? What do you want your work to serve? These questions keep ambition from becoming just another form of noise. The Habit Installation Protocol. Why 66 days matter. Sharma explains that new habits are not installed overnight. The book presents a 66-day process for building a new routine. Days 1 to 22. Destruction. This is where you break the old pattern. It is often the hardest phase because your old identity fights back. If you are used to sleeping late, waking at 5 a.m. will feel unnatural. If you are used to checking your phone immediately, silence will feel strange. If you are used to reacting all day, intentionality will feel slow. This phase requires patience. You are not failing. You are detoxing from the old routine. Days 23 to 44. Installation. This is where the new habit starts to feel more familiar. You still need effort, but you begin to see small wins. Your mornings feel calmer. Your focus improves. Your confidence grows because you are keeping a promise to yourself. And that is huge. Self-respect is built every time your actions match your intentions. Days 45-66. Integration. This is where the routine becomes part of your identity. You are no longer just trying to wake up early. You are becoming the kind of person who protects the first hour of the day. That identity shift matters more than the alarm clock. Because when a habit becomes part of who you are, it requires less negotiation. You just do it. The 20-20-20 formula. The most famous tool in the book is the 20-20-20 formula. This is how Sharma recommends using the first hour of your day. From 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock a.m., divide the hour into 3 20-minute blocks. First 20 minutes. Move. Start with intense physical movement. This could be running, bodyweight training, cycling, jumping rope, or anything that makes you sweat. The goal is to wake up your body and change your state. Movement helps reduce stress, boost energy, and sharpen focus. It tells your brain, we are alive, we are ready, let's go. This is important because many people try to think their way into energy, but sometimes the fastest way to change your mind is to move your body. Second 20 minutes. Reflect. After movement, slow down. Use the next 20 minutes for journaling, meditation, prayer, gratitude, planning, or quiet reflection. This is where you stop running on autopilot. You ask, what matters today? What am I grateful for? What is one thing I need to handle well? What kind of person do I want to be today? This block creates emotional clarity. It helps you respond instead of react, and in a world where everyone is rushing, the ability to pause is a superpower. Final 20 minutes. Grow. Use the last 20 minutes to learn. Read a few pages of a book. Listen to something educational. Review your goals. Study a skill. Feed your mind with something that makes you better. This is how you create daily growth without needing huge blocks of time. 20 minutes may not seem like much, but 20 minutes every day becomes over 120 hours in a year. That is the power of day stacking. Small daily growth becomes massive long-term change. How to actually apply the 5 a.m. club without burning out. The biggest mistake people make with this book is trying to become a perfect 5 a.m. machine overnight. That usually fails. A better approach is to make the routine realistic. Start by fixing your evening. You do not win the 5 a.m. morning at 5 a.m. You win it the night before. If you sleep at 1 a.m. and expect to wake up at 5 a.m. full of wisdom and inner peace, good luck. Even the chillest capybara would resign. Start by moving your bedtime earlier. Prepare your clothes. Put your phone away. Decide your morning routine before you sleep. Make the first action obvious. Do not check your phone first. This is non-negotiable. The moment you check your phone, you invite the world into your mind. Messages, news, comments, notifications, they all start shaping your attention. Protect the first hour. Let your mind belong to you before it belongs to everyone else. Make the routine simple. Your first version does not need to be perfect. Try this. 5 o'clock. 5:20. Walk, stretch, or exercise. 5:20. 5:40. Journal and plan the day. 5:40. 6 o'clock. Read, learn, or review goals. That is enough. The goal is not to impress anyone. The goal is to build trust with yourself. Use the morning for identity, not just productivity. Do not treat the victory hour like another task list. Use it to become the kind of person who can handle the life you want. A calmer person. A stronger person. A more focused person. A more creative person. A person who keeps promises when nobody is watching. That is the deeper magic of the 5 a.m. club. The real lesson of the 5 a.m. club. At the surface, this book is about waking up early. But underneath, it is about ownership. Owning your attention. Owning your energy. Owning your growth. Owning the first page of your day before the world writes all over it. The 5 a.m. club is not saying everyone must wake up at exactly 5 a.m. or they are doomed to mediocrity. The deeper lesson is that your life changes when you create a protected space for personal mastery. For some people, that may be 5 a.m. For others, it may be another quiet hour. But the principle stays the same. Give your best energy to your highest self before giving your leftover energy to the world. Final takeaway. The 5 a.m. club is a reminder that extraordinary lives are usually built through ordinary routines practiced with extraordinary consistency. Wake up with intention. Move your body. Clear your mind. Feed your growth. Protect your attention. Stack better days. And slowly, almost quietly, your life starts to change. Not in one dramatic movie scene transformation, but in the small private moments where you choose discipline over distraction, growth over comfort, and purpose over autopilot. So here is the challenge. Tomorrow morning, do not try to change your whole life. Just protect the first hour. Move for 20 minutes. Reflect for 20 minutes. Grow for 20 minutes. Then repeat. Because the person you want to become is not waiting in some distant future. That person is built tomorrow morning, one quiet hour at a time. And if this summary helped you, subscribe to the Lazy Capybaras for more calm, practical, no-drama book summaries that help you think better, live better, and grow without pretending to be a productivity robot.